This is One on One. There she is. She's Missy Franklin, and she's the author of Relentless Spirit. And she is a superstar.
Oh, hardly.
Yeah, in the world of swimming and athletics, you're terrific.
Thank you. Thank you.
Loaded question. What's your story?
Oh, my gosh. Well, people should go buy the book and read it.
So, born and raised where?
Born and raised in Denver, Colorado.
When did you know that you wanted to be an athlete?
Ever since I was young. My parents put me in every sport you could possibly imagine, and I just loved being athletic. I loved having teams. I loved just enjoying it and getting out there and being competitive. I played 2 sports all the way up until high school, so I've always just been a really competitive person.
That's you?
That's me! Little nugget me.
Competitive swimming early on?
You know, I started my summer club team when I was 5, and I started year-round swimming when I was 7, so fairly early, and it was all entirely my decision. It was me going to my parents saying, I love this so much, and I want to do more of it.
The Olympic track, if you will.
Yeah.
When does that kick in, that people say, hey, you've got it?
You know, it really depends on the person. It's so crazy. Like, you look at someone like Katie Ledecky, who in 2012, no one even knew who she was until 3 months before the London Olympic Games. And then she goes and wins a gold medal. For me, it was more, I guess, if there is a normal progression, I had a bit more of a normal progression where I went to Olympic trials in 2008 when I was 13 and absolutely loved it and decided that I wanted to be back there in 4 years and actually have a shot at making the team. And so the next 3 years, I qualified for all the major national team meets over the summer, which was a Pan-Pacific Championships and a World Championships leading up to the games, and then was able to qualify for 2012.
How much pressure are we talking?
It depends. It depends. I honestly think I put the most pressure on myself. I don't feel it externally from my parents, from family, from my support system, and even from my amazing fans. And now my companies that I'm lucky enough to be a part of, they're all just so supportive, and they want me to go out there and have fun and be my best. But I think it's myself that really comes down with that hammer saying, you know, you really need to do what you think you're capable of doing here. So it's definitely been a balance of, you know, using that pressure to make myself better instead of having it take away from anything.
It's interesting, in the spirit of what you just described, Missy, you used the word relentless.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
Relentless for me means just never letting an ounce of energy go to waste. It means touching the wall and knowing that I have put 110% of my heart and my soul into that race no matter what, so I can get out of the pool regardless of what place I was, regardless of what my time was, and say, that was it. That was the best I could have possibly done. I had nothing left to give. That, in my mind, is relentless.
While competing is critically important to you, I'm confused as to how important winning is. Put that into context.
I will. So for me, winning isn't important at all. What's important to me is being the best that I know I can be. And if that's winning, then that's great. And if it's not, how can I be better than my best? I can't. And none of us can.
I'm sorry for interrupting. How did you get so mentally healthy? And what do your parents have
I'm glad it comes off like that.
No, seriously.
My parents have been an incredible support. And for me, I think what helps me the most is keeping things in perspective, which comes a lot from my parents, and it comes a lot from my faith, which they're so cute. Look at how cute they are.
But your faith as well.
Yeah, my faith is a huge aspect, and I was so grateful that I had, honestly, a full chapter in the book to be able to talk about it and share it with people. And hopefully people that know me and who've been able to watch me already know that my faith is incredibly important to me. But when I get out there and race, I know that no matter what, I'm a loved and cherished daughter of Christ. And at the end of the day, that's truly all that matters in this world.
So put this in context for us. The Rio Games.
Yeah.
And your faith.
Yeah.
Describe the Rio Games and the role your faith played in helping you through that difficult experience.
Absolutely. So it was huge, and it was so hard. It was a huge test of my faith, without a doubt. I kind of felt like Jesus in the desert there for a while, where I was just being tested over and over and over again, where I kept praying and just opening my arms and giving it all to the Lord and just feeling like I was getting nothing back. And I was so confused as to why he would put me through something like this.
Sorry for interrupting.
No,
Go back
good.
and explain a little bit about Rio for us.
So Rio was really probably the most disappointing meet of my career, which obviously is not ideal timing when you're in an Olympic sport, and the Olympics only happen every 4 years. And I had made a huge decision to go back home and leave college, leave my apartment, my friends, my teammates, and go back with the coach that I was training with for my previous Olympics with. And it was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. And I worked harder than I've ever worked before. I felt like I was in the best shape of my life. And then for some reason, I got there and nothing went my way. And it's just one of those experiences in life where you have so much hope for the situation, and it completely lets you down regardless of how much effort you're putting in and how much heart you're putting in. And so getting through it, I had to rely so much on just trusting that God had a plan and that something beautiful is going to come out of it. And my favorite thing to think about is, in having Jesus, I know that pain has a purpose. And so I tried to purpose that into making me not only a better swimmer, but a better person as well.
How old were you when that happened?
It was this past summer, so I was 21.
Right, so here's the question. At 21 years of age, you put that all in perspective.
Yeah, I tried. I tried really hard. It was not an easy process by any means, and it took several months, and it's still something I'm working through, but I tried.
So now come back to Relentless.
Yeah.
What thoughts do you have? What thinking is there connected to the future, of your future in the Olympics?
For me, 2020, I would love to be there, but for right now, being relentless to me means relentlessly loving what I do every day. I think this past summer I put so much pressure on myself, and it became not fun. And that's not when I do my best. I do my best when I'm enjoying every single second of it. And so now, I think there's a time to be relentlessly focused, to have a relentless work ethic. And right now, it's time for me to relentlessly love my sport again, and that's what I'm putting all my energy into.
Wow. I have a feeling that this book can be helpful for an awful lot of people, and can put not just hard work and a desire to win, but more importantly, a desire to be the best that you can be and put life in perspective. It's ups and downs, wins and losses, and
that's the goal.
The challenges we face. You're helping a lot of people at the ripe old age of 22.
21 still.
Whatever. It's
21 and a half. My half birthday was November 10th, so that makes you feel better.
Well, listen, go out and get this book, Missy Franklin, Relentless Spirit, the Unconventional Raising of a Champion. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate you joining us on Public Broadcasting.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
One on One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One on One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Holy Name Medical Center in Teaneck, New Jersey. Healing begins here. Berkeley College, TD Bank, Rowan University, New Jersey Resources, Fedway Associates, and by Gary's Wine and Marketplace. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.